Assalamu alaikum viewers. My name is Akif Wala and I am back with another session of discussion with Chatgpt as a part of Rehan AI teacher training course. And today will be a very interesting topic of discussion, and it's how to be present in every moment. So
That's
let's start
beautiful.
it and ask ChatGPT different questions. So hello ChatGPT.
Mhm. Hello, this is ChatGPT speaking. Thank you for having me. How to be present in every moment. Such a rich question. What aspects are you most curious about, like mindfulness exercises or more about shifting your mindset?
Firstly, I would like to start with why do so many people struggle to experience this, that is, to being in the present moment?
Let me take a look. Great question. A lot of people struggle with presence because our minds evolved to jump between past and future. Add constant digital distractions, plus regret or worry, and yeah, presence becomes hard. But it's a skill that gets stronger with practice. Simple things like focusing on your breath, really listening when someone speaks, or choosing one task instead of multitasking. What usually pulls you out of the present?
How can I recognize the signs that my mind has drifted into the past or future, and how to gently bring it back to present?
Checking that. Good question. First step, notice the cue if you're replaying the past, worrying about the future, or realizing you don't remember what you just read. Instead of judging, just notice. Say to yourself, my mind wandered. Then gently anchor back. Take one slow breath. Notice something you can see right now, or really listen to the person in front of you. Every return counts. No perfection needed.
Uh, Sometimes it feels like that our mind is totally blank, and we feels like one has lost moments of time in the present, and suddenly wakes up. In such a case, there are no subtle cues how to get from this state back into present.
Checking. That's really thoughtful. Sometimes the mind is just on autopilot. In those moments, use physical cues. Pause, take one slightly deeper breath. Notice your feet on the floor, or name three things you see. You can also build awareness triggers. Every time you open a door or check your phone, treat that as a reminder to wake up. It's quite normal. So don't aim to eliminate drifting. Aim to shorten the time between drifting and noticing. That gap gets smaller with practice.
Can stress or anxiety also cause us to be away from the present moment?
Checking. Absolutely. Stress and anxiety often pull attention into the future with what if thinking. So, yes, they can definitely yank you out of the present. A bit of presence practice can calm that loop, though. Slow breath, noticing surroundings, or fully engaging in one task. If stress feels overwhelming, support from a mental health professional can be really helpful. Presence isn't about erasing stress, but gently steering your focus back to what's real now.
Uh, One another aspect is why one should be fully present. Why being fully present necessary at all?
Checking. That's a foundational question. Presence matters because it's how we actually experience life. It deepens work, learning, relationships, and helps you actually notice joy instead of rushing past it. It's not a luxury, it's the core of intentional living.
Why cannot someone live in his own utopia in his mind and have a successful and happy life?
Checking. Interesting. Imagination is powerful, but living only in an inner utopia can limit growth if it replaces real engagement. Imagination is beautiful when it fuels creativity or vision, but for most meaningful goals and relationships, we need to meet reality halfway. Otherwise, dreams don't get feedback, don't refine, don't become something tangible. The sweet spot is using the inner world as a guide while staying grounded enough to act, learn, and adjust. That's where lasting fulfillment tends to live.
Hmm. Okay, my next question is what is mindfulness and what role does it play in being in the present moment?
Checking. That's an excellent question. Mindfulness is the simple practice of noticing your thoughts, emotions, and sensations without judgment. That awareness trains your attention muscle. Over time, it makes presence more natural, less forced. You don't have to meditate for hours. Small moments work. Sipping tea attentively, feeling your feet while walking, listening fully in a conversation. Presence is the result. Mindfulness is the practice that builds it.
You mentioned terms like skill and muscle. I think you are referring it as a sort of a thing that can be learned through practice or a technique. So, can you elaborate on this line, or what are the techniques for effectively to one being in present?
Checking. Yeah, exactly. It's like training a muscle. Useful techniques include mindful breathing, single tasking, body awareness checks, and mindful listening. Add small awareness pauses, like every time your phone rings, ask, "Where is my attention right now?" And practice accepting thoughts instead of fighting them. It's not about holding attention in the present every second. It's more about choosing when to engage with reflection and when to return. Think of it as holding a flashlight. With practice, you guide where it shines rather than letting distractions swing it around.
Okay. What do you gauge that is being present an internal matter of oneself, or it can be related to one's relationships or environment around ourselves?
Checking. Presence starts as an internal practice, but it shows up externally. When you're aware inside, you listen better, respond more calmly, notice details and surroundings. It's inward awareness that radiates outward into relationships and how we engage the world.
Okay. What is the perspective of neuroscience about attention, awareness, and why our mind constantly wanders?
Checking. Fascinating question. Neuroscience sees attention as a limited resource. The brain toggles between networks for focus and the default mode that fuels reflection and imagination. Mindfulness doesn't stop wandering, it refines your control over it, balancing reflection with engagement. The aim isn't zero wandering, but more choice about where to place your awareness. Think of it as training the switch, not forcing the brain to freeze.
What about the impact of today's digital world's distraction on a person's attention span and awareness? Do they hamper us from being aware in the present?
Checking. Yes, there's growing evidence that digital environments fragment attention. Not because tech is evil, but many apps are designed for constant task switching. That can erode sustained focus and make presence feel harder. Still, those same tools can support presence if you use them intentionally. For example, schedule no notification blocks or use your devices to prompt mindful breaths. The key question is, am I using this intentionally or automatically? That one question shifts tech from distraction to support. It helps you stay present even in a digital world.
Okay, I would like to ask if someone has been on autopilot, not living in present for a long time, how will his symptoms manifest in the daily life?
Checking. That's a very practical question. Sometimes signs are subtle, going through tasks without remembering them, feeling time slip by, difficulty focusing, and reacting automatically instead of choosing responses, feeling disconnected from emotions until they suddenly surface. The good news, it's not permanent. Mindfulness practice, reducing distractions, and intentionally returning your attention throughout the day can gradually rebuild awareness. The aim isn't perfect mindfulness, it's moving from living on habit to living more by awareness, more choices, less autopilot. That's the trajectory.
How can someone gradually develops habit to move away from this life of autopilot to being fully present and to truly enjoy life? What roadmap should one employ in this case?
Checking. That's a wonderful closing question. A simple roadmap. First, awareness. Just notice when you're on autopilot. Second, anchoring. Use one conscious breath or your feet on the ground. Third, intentional living. Bring presence into ordinary things, eating, walking, listening. Fourth, reflection time. 2 minutes at the end of the day. What was I most present for today? Add simple supports, fewer notifications, better sleep, walks outside. Measure progress by how much sooner you notice drifting, not perfection. Like learning an instrument, tiny daily practices add up until one day you realize you're not just getting through life, you're actually living it.
Thank you for today's session, ChatGPT.
You're very welcome, Sexy. Yes. Wishing you the best.
Today's session really I really enjoyed, and it really felt like it was a sort of a therapy session, and I really felt the importance from my own personal circumstances. So I hope you also enjoyed the session and had something to learn from it. Until then, I will be back with another discussion. Signing off. See you soon. Allah Hafiz.